Hi everybody, welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Jocelyn Momenta.
And I'm Teresa LaBarbera. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years since the September 11th attacks. As our nation marks the anniversary, the Connecticut Historical Society pays tribute to the 153 men, women, and children from our state who lost their lives.
It's a day many of us will never forget. And Vernice Flygirl Armour was the first African-American female combat pilot in the history of the U.S. military. She's here to share tips for creating a breakthrough mentality.
Plus, why home staging and the right realtor can make all the difference in selling your home quickly. Kathy Jane Saffioti from Kathy Jane's Home Settings and Sandy DeLito, a local agent, team up and share their success.
And on Stage 8, a song that will sure to boost your spirits. Singer Chris Kiley from Lion's Teeth performs. So, Jane Bishop from Guilford,
Dr. Joanne D'Angelo and Jimmy from Middlebury,
and all of you watching, sit back and relax.
You're having lunch with style.
Jeffrey is definitely not a career politician. What he brings to it is a very different perspective that New Haven needs.
I love the idea of term limits for the mayor.
He is in favor of term limits, the fact that he's not a career politician, the fact that he's in this because he is committed to the issues and committed to the neighborhoods and the city.
I will go out in the streets and tell everyone in my neighborhood, this is someone who genuinely cares about you and your family, so vote for him.
I'm Jeffrey Kreekis, and I approve this message.
What if you could choose the entertainment that matters to you? Introducing the all-new MyTV Choice from Xfinity. Get started with the basics and then add the theme packs that are right for you. Like movies, kids, news, or entertainment and lifestyle. The best part? You only pay for what you choose. Get endless choice, endless value, endless fun. Get MyTV Choice digital video starting at just $24.95 per month when you get the all-new MyTV Choice bundle from Xfinity, only from Comcast. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
At the table.
Get ready for The Chew. A new talk show where everyone brings something to the table.
Fantastico.
Join The Chew. Weekdays. Coming Monday, September 26th. Only on ABC.
When I was a little girl, my father died an innocent man, betrayed by the woman he loved. When everything you love has been stolen from you, someone has to pay. This is not a story about forgiveness.
ABC's Revenge premieres Wednesday, September 21st on ABC.
These days, there's so much more to putting a house on the market than just listing it. It's about being competitive and quickly getting the buyer's attention. Kathy Jane Saffioti is a professional stager and the owner of Kathy Jane's Home Settings. She's joined by her client, Sandy DeLito, a real estate agent for Paige Taft, who has had success working with Kathy Jane. Welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kathy Jane, for those who don't know what you do, let's refresh people's memory.
I am a stager. I go in and my particular goal is to showcase what buyers are willing to put money out for. Whatever you have in your house, for example, fireplace, hardwood floors, beautiful views, I go in and show you how to showcase them.
So the goal is to sell the house.
Absolutely.
All right. Sandy, how did the two of you work? And I understand it's been a success. So how did you guys do it?
Well, I met Kathy 15 years ago, and Kathy was also a real estate agent at the time, and that's what I love about Kathy is that she has the real estate background. A lot of home stagers do not. A lot of home stagers, they're designers, and stagers are different. And so Kathy has been wonderful. I can call her up at any time to come and talk to a client, and she puts them at ease and kind of takes the
pressure off of you, right?
Yeah, the pressure off of me and puts it on her to get the house ready. Yeah, she's the bad guy. The client wants me to come in and be positive and point out all the positive things about their house to get it sold, and Kathy does a great job highlighting those positive things.
Okay, you two recently teamed up for this house, which sold in 4 days.
Yes.
Amazing, especially in this day and age of this economy that we are dealing with. So how'd you guys do this?
Well, Sandy took the listing. It was part of an estate, and tell them why you gave me a call.
Oh, I have these wonderful clients. The parents had passed away, and the parents have lived in the home for many years. It was beautiful, but very, very dated, not to today's standards, a little run down. And so Kathy came in and talked to the clients and gave them a punch list, and which really organized them to get things ready, to get the home on the market. And it was wonderful.
Well, what's nice about that house, too, is it had good bones.
Yeah.
You have to have good bones to start with, right?
Absolutely. Well, sometimes you can creatively invent some bones, but it's better and it's a lot easier for the seller if the bones are already there. So it was just, they did some wonderful things. They replaced carpeting, they replaced flooring. The house was nice and clean. They removed the wallpaper. And I have to say, to date, they probably did about 75% of what I asked them to do.
You've had some pretty amazing results. Let's take a look at some of the projects you've worked on. We have 3 of them. Let's take a look at the first one. And this is the...
This is the house that sold in 4 days. This is before. And because of the way the couches were, I wanted to showcase the fireplace, and we needed to open up the room for photographs so that Sandy could be competitive with his listing.
And so let's take a look at the after. Okay, you did take a lot of things away.
Yes. So we made the room look larger. This
looks
way,
cleaner,
it looks
sleeker.
Much cleaner. There's new carpeting, new paint, and it showcases the fireplace.
All right. And what are some other ways that really staging helps to sell the houses? Oh, here's another picture of it.
Well, this is, yes, this is the same house.
Oh, same house.
This is a dining room. Again, there was a lot of clutter, wallpaper on the walls, old carpeting, as you can see, was kind of like this faded brown color. And they replaced the carpeting, and here's the after shot.
Oh.
See, big difference.
Big difference. And so when people walked in, what was the reaction, Sandy?
It was, wow, this is beautiful, it's clean, they can imagine themselves living there, they can envision their furniture in those spaces because the clutter is gone, and she does a great job.
And that's what you want?
Yes. You want to highlight the positive features, the money features, the hardwood floors, the fireplaces, the view, the light from the windows, that's all important.
Well, and let's take a look at this room.
Yeah, this is the kitchen. And this is the before shot.
Very
Again,
cluttered.
Same
I
house.
see very cluttered.
And you see that center island? It's taking up way too much space. So they redid the floors. They removed the center island. They changed out the light fixtures and put up updated light fixtures. And did a nice cleaning on the cabinets, and look at that photograph.
Now, this is really about giving agents and sellers a better product to sell, right?
Absolutely. And in today's market, that's what you have to do. You can't just be a homeowner living in your house. You have to look at your house for sale as a product for the market.
You want positive comments, not negative comments.
Absolutely.
All right, now to get your house staged, this is what you have to do. You have to call Kathy Jane at this number, 203-988-6856, and you can contact Sandy at Page Taft in Guilford, Madison, and Essex. Thank you all for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy.
All right, and this Sunday marks the 10th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Teresa shows us how our state is paying tribute.
The Connecticut Historical Society in Hartford is remembering the 153 Connecticut victims of September 11th. We'll take you to the exhibit coming up.
There is nothing like a day. Rodgers and Hammerstein South Pacific. The New York Times hails, this new production is flawless. Don't miss the production the Washington Post calls the best revival of Rodgers and Hammerstein in a generation. There is nothing in the world like South Pacific.
South Pacific, coming to the Waterbury Palace Theater, September 23rd through the 25th. For tickets, go to palacetheaterct.org.
Cool Smiles makes going to the dentist easy.
I like the playground.
They accept most insurance, and the people are so nice.
And they give you a toy at the end.
I can make an appointment for me, too.
Then, Mommy, you can have my toy.
I love Cool Smiles because I can be with Sophia during the visit.
I'll hold your hand.
Keeping kids' teeth healthy is easy at Cool Smiles. All you have to do is call to make an appointment for you or your child.
At My Bob's, package deals at untouchable prices are king, and so are individual pieces. Twin bed, 2 colors, only $179.
Chest or desk, only $199 each.
Full or queen bed, only $199 each. $299 with underbed storage.
Dresser and mirror, or twin bed with storage, only $279 each.
Bunk bed, $399. With storage, only $499. My Bob's is different. The lowest individual prices is why.
This Sunday marks the 10th anniversary of 9/11. The Connecticut Historical Society is commemorating the anniversary with an exhibit that remembers the lives of those Connecticut men, women, and children lost in the attacks.
It's an image that will never be forgotten. Smoke billowing from the Twin Towers before they collapsed on September 11, 2001. This image was taken by Yale professor Lisa Carezzi by her Brooklyn apartment. It's now part of September 11, 2001, Connecticut Responds and Reflects. It's a traveling exhibit that is making its final stop at the Connecticut Historical Society in Hartford.
These are 153 victims that Connecticut considers their own. They may have lived in Connecticut, worked in Connecticut, or had family that have lived in Connecticut.
Towns that are colored in blue were the homes of those killed in 9/11, the majority from Lower Fairfield County. Each Connecticut person killed in the attacks is represented in the 9/11 library.
It features binders for each and every 153 victims that Connecticut considers their own.
So where did all the information come from?
That's a great question. The material that was accumulated in each binder was given to us by family or friends or taken off of the internet.
Beverly Eckert, the wife and high school sweetheart of Sean P. Rooney from Stanford, helped to build Sean's binder. She was a victim's advocate before she too was killed in a Buffalo plane crash several years ago.
This is Amy Etoyen's book. And Amy grew up in Avon, Connecticut, graduated from Avon High, and went to Bentley College in Massachusetts. She was living in Boston and was in New York for a trade show on September 11th, 2001, and she was engaged to be married.
Amy was an artist. This picture shows her at age 5, and this picture is of a memorial outside the Avon Free Public Library. Amy in her favorite dress on a pink granite bench holding a teddy bear. This is the stuffed bear she was holding.
This teddy bear, for example, was owned by Amy Toyen in Avon. She loved teddy bears, and it really symbolized her innocence and her youth. She was 24 when she died.
The Hansen family of Easton was on their way to a family vacation when their plane was attacked.
This picture is of Peter Hansen and his wife, Sue Kim, and his daughter, Christine, who was 2.5, and she was the youngest victim.
Their pictures hang on the Connecticut Remembers Wall.
And it was completed by the state of Connecticut as a result of the tragedy. And what they wanted to do was create display boards that were very similar to those that were erected impromptu in New York City at Ground Zero or Union Square or Grand Central Station.
This picture is of 20-year-old Candace Lee Williams. Her wallet was found, recovered by a family friend.
The concept is that family and friends can post pictures, poems, tributes of their loved ones on the board. And it traveled across the state, so people had opportunities to
add to it, maybe? Or
yes. Okay. And this is just a portion of what we have as postings. We couldn't fit all of them on the board.
The exhibit features objects left over from the attacks, objects that keep memories alive, like this piece of World Trade Center steel. It was given to the Hansen family from the city of New York. Diane Bullis Snyder was a 42-year-old flight attendant on American Airlines Flight 11. She left behind this list.
The family asked her, what is this list all about? And she said, it's for everybody. And September 11th came and she passed away. And after her death, her husband discovered the second page of the list. And the first line of the second list reads, live life to the fullest. No one knows what will happen tomorrow. And so it's a very,
goosebumps.
Right, it's a very prophetic example and obviously very important to the family.
Photographs, a memorial quilt, and an opportunity to hear first responders and families reflect on 9/11 will be on display in Hartford until October 15th.
The exhibit is made possible by the Connecticut Commission on Travel and Tourism and by donations. It's free, open to the public, and for more information, you can visit the Connecticut Historical Society website at chs.org. Now, coming up next on Connecticut Style, creating a breakthrough mentality, Vernice Flygirl Armour talks about her book From Zero to Breakthrough. That's when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Unbelievable pics of Hurricane Irene. Unbelievable videos of Hurricane Irene. You shot all these and sent them to us through Report It, and they helped us do a better job covering the storm. Thanks so much for being a part of the team.
I've spent the last 20 years as a reporter traveling all around the world. I don't have all the answers, but I do have the questions. And together, we can learn more, we can laugh more, we can get more out of life every day.
Premiering Monday on MyTV9.
Protecting New Haven.
Our families, our neighborhoods.
It means a crackdown on guns and drugs.
To make us safe.
But it also means creating hope.
Pre-K for every child.
Hundreds of summer jobs for kids like me.
And me.
And me.
Help for small businesses to create jobs.
If we stay tough on crime and focus on creating jobs, we'll make our city better.
In tough times, a mayor on the job and on our side.
I'm John DeStefano, and I approve this message.
Stone Academy graduate Jennifer Hamilton from Windsor Locks.
It started when I was in high school. I wanted to become a nurse. Stone Academy helped me do that.
Stone Academy, education for you. Find out more at stone.edu.
There is no challenge too big for Vernice Flygirl Armour. She went from cop to combat pilot and served overseas as America's first African-American female combat pilot. Now she's on a different type of mission. In her book, Zero to Breakthrough, she shares 7 key steps to create a breakthrough mentality to get what you want in life. Welcome. It's great to have you here with us,
It's great
Vernice.
to be here.
All right. Some more kudos here. You're also the first African-American female to serve on the Nashville Police Department's motorcycle squad, and you played professional football?
Women's professional football.
Yeah, I mean, this is just amazing. All right, so how did all your experiences get you to where you are right now?
You know, I like to say everything that was in the flight suit that I used to wear is now in this suit, and many times I'm in a business suit or regular clothes that
That's
we
right,
all
we should
wear.
talk about it. You're no longer in the military.
Right. I'm not in the military. I've been out 4 years now and started my own company, and I travel around speaking, actually sharing these experiences.
So how did you do it personally? How did you overcome everything? Because I'm sure along the way someone said to you, you can't do that.
You know, it boils down to your why. Is your why big enough? And that's one of the first things I talk about. Create your flight plan. Where are you? Where do you want to be? When you're a little kid, we ask kids, what do you want to do when you grow up? I wanted to be a police officer that rode a horse downtown. So I ended up riding Harley Davidson.
Well, you've done more than that. You know, I wanted to ask you, what path did you realize that you knew that you were doing what you were doing was the right thing, but you've gone through different paths.
Absolutely, and you don't have to just stick to just one thing. You know, when I look at some of the young folks trying to so desperately to decide, I'm like, do it all. You know, I know a book that I'll write for kids coming up is going to be Horses, Harleys, and Helicopters, you know, the things that I did over my life, but it'll give them elements on how to choose, how to take that step. You don't have to do everything at the same time, but even for folks who are looking for that job right now or in that major transition or were really impacted by Hurricane Irene, there are going to be so many things on the list, but what can you do right now, that committed, consistent action to move you forward?
We have some pictures of you in your plane and some of your experiences. Now, this was a picture of you in Iraq, or
this is
Kuwait?
Actually in Kuwait and Ali Salim, and that's some of the destruction from the first Gulf War.
Okay.
Right.
And the second one, oh, here. This is a staging area,
We were brand new, boots on the ground in Kuwait, getting ready to go. And I just love this picture with the American flag and the Marine Corps flag.
So what did you learn from your military experience? There you are in front of your jet.
You know, the number one thing I learned, and folks will ask me about it all the time on Facebook and Twitter, or, you know, when I'm speaking for whatever corporation, and they all want to know, was it hard? No, number one, Granny always said anything worth having is worth working for.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
But number two, acknowledge the obstacles. Don't give them power. And those are the types of strategies and techniques that I try to give folks, you know, in this book as well. How do you take the tangible steps to create those breakthroughs that you really want in life?
You want to break through those obstacles. All right. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things you do talk about in the book. You say, we already discussed the first one, identify your passions.
Right.
And so get your flight plan
Create
ready.
your flight plan, right.
Now, stop procrastinating and prepare. A lot of people do that. It's tough to,
Even I still procrastinate.
Exactly.
You know, but if you're conscious of what you're doing, number one, yes, you want to prepare. But at a certain point, you have to move from preparation on ice, right, to inspired action. So how do you move from that preparation phase, even, from procrastination to preparation, I'm getting ready to doing it, to actually executing, because that's really where the magic happens.
Also, you already talked about this, acknowledge and move the past obstacles.
Yes.
Feel, fear, and focus anyway.
And I like to say, transform your fear to fuel. Transform your fear to fuel. If you can imagine the energy from a grenade just going out everywhere. Instead, you bring that energy back in and you focus it like a laser beam, laser sharp.
Face your fears. Okay.
Right.
Success is not a final destination, as you've already shown us in life. You've had so many successes.
And I like to say success is not a final destination. Failure is not a final destination, right? And failure is fertilizer to create the future successes. But you know, what does success look like? Many people have to reframe success, and that's a personal vision. Because if you say, I want to weigh 155 pounds, but when you get to the top of the stairs, you're still breathing hard, your clothes are hanging off of you, get crystal clear. Again, go back to that, create the flight plan on what you want to do.
We have to wrap up right here, but we also, you say, become a leader in all that you do, and you say, if they say it can't be done, prove them wrong.
Starting with yourself, cleared high.
Bernice, thank you. Again, the name of the book is Zero to Breakthrough. Don't go away. There's more Connecticut Style right after this. Thank you so much.
Stage 8 on Connecticut Style is sponsored by Neal's Wood Flooring of Branford, home of the finest wood floors in Connecticut.
Jeffrey is definitely not a career politician. What he brings to it is a very different perspective that New Haven needs.
I love the idea of term limits for the mayor. He is in favor of term limits, the fact that he's not a career politician, the fact that he's in this because he is committed to the issues and committed to the neighborhoods and the city.
I will go out in the streets and tell everyone in my neighborhood, this is someone who genuinely cares about you and your family, so vote for him.
I'm Jeffrey Kreekis, and I approve this message.
Victims of situations in which they have been injured through no harm of their own are entitled to full and complete compensation for all of their injuries and losses.
We don't charge a fee unless we recover for the client.
A good lawyer has to be willing to aggressively pursue the claim of the client and to understand what the client's needs are. At Buckley & Wynn, that's what we do.
We urge everybody that believes that they've had an injury and may have a case, call us.
You asked, and we listened. We promise to always be on time within your appointment window.
We are committed to getting our techs out there on time.
We'll always be on time, guaranteed. I take pride in being there on time because it's what we guarantee to the customer.
If we show up late to your home, we credit your account $20.
That's a guarantee from us to you.
I'm proud to work for a company that takes care of its customers.
At Comcast, we're committed to delivering the best customer experience and products. Every day, for every customer. Guaranteed.
Joining us today on Stage 8 is local singer-songwriter Chris Kiley, the founding member of Lion's Teeth. Welcome to the show, Chris. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So how long have you been at this, playing the guitar, writing music?
Been playing guitar since middle school, and been writing songs since probably like sophomore year of high school, so probably like 8, 9 years or so.
All right, and what are your songs about?
All kinds of stuff. A lot of songs are about what's going on in the world, relationships, about life.
Gotcha. Now your band Lion's Teeth?
Yeah.
Big band? How many people in it?
We have 4 members, guitar, well, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, and drums.
Great.
We have a lot of vocal harmony. It's a big part of our sound.
All right, and you have some upcoming performances. In fact, we can put all the information up on the screen. We know that you're going to be at Daniel Street. That is in Milford. It's Saturday, September 17th. Doors open at 8. Showtime is at 9. And then Sunday, September the 24th, Outer Space, is that what it's called?
The Outer Space.
The Outer Space in Hamden. And for more information, go to lionsteeth.com. Chris, what are you playing for us today?
Playing a song called Sunlight.
Oh, and this is about?
This is a song about looking at the bright side of things and making the best out of difficult situations.
All right, we're going to have you play us out to the end of the show, Chris, but in the meantime, we want to thank all of our guests for being here today. But most of all, thank you for watching. Make it a great day. Chris Kiley, take it away.
Thank you.
Girl, you gotta keep in mind that things are bad right now, but we'll get better in time. This could only make us stronger. Someday when we're looking back, remembering the tribulations past, you won't worry any longer. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight. Everything's gonna be alright. It's alright. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight. Everything's gonna be alright. It's alright. Somebody once said to me, you gotta rid yourself of negativity. You control your disposition. And when you turn and walk away and leave behind the caustic shades of gray, you determine your condition. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight. Everything's gonna be alright. It's alright. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight. Everything's gonna be alright. It's alright. It's not easy to prevail through the confusion and decay. But one thing that I know, things will get better someday. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight. Everything's gonna be alright. It's alright. So don't cry, baby, try to focus on the sunlight.